Hi, I'm Jackie Jarrissy, and today we're going to talk about ways we can lie on the floor and feel our body completely relaxed on the ground. So I'm going to show you 3 ways you can do this. All these postures you can do in your bed in the morning, you can do them before you go to sleep, you can do them when you come back from work, you can sleep in them for 10 minutes in little cat naps. If you find that you're tired in the day, put an alarm clock on for 10 minutes and you can really let your body deeply relax. They are fantastic. They align your spine, they bring you home to yourself, and they're a fantastic way of keeping your body healthy and well. So all you need for this is a rolled up towel or a cushion, a book. You don't want to have your neck sticking out. You want to just gently have something just underneath the ball of your head rather than your neck. And so you can just free the neck and it's easy. There's 2 small little hip bones here and you can put the palms of your hands on those lovely hip sockets. Now your legs don't want to be close together because it blocks off the energy down to your feet. And the other thing you don't want to do is have your toes wide. So try and think of your heels opening. You can play where your legs want to be. I like to bring mine a little higher. So you always arrive first into your breath and close your eyes. If you can watch my Coming Home to Yourself CDs, they're a fantastic way of teaching you to do this by yourself quietly or listening to your favourite music. Any way you can, just take a moment in your day to stop and listen. So I'm looking up, my knees are aligned, my knees are directed up to ceiling, my hands are on my hip sockets, and you can just gently, as you close your eyes, go through relaxing your ankles. Try not to lift your little toes off the floor. So a little tiny energy down, particularly in your tips of your big toe, to feel grounded and rooted. So you're thinking, relaxing my ankles. Breathing any way you can sigh, and knees directed up to the ceiling as if they're hanging from lovely hooks. You can lift the elbows, push them away, take a big breath. And slowly, slowly, slowly let your elbows relax. You can just curl your tailbone and just give your back a little tiny roll side to side, because you're just trying to allow and adjust to the tension that we all hold in our backs. You can press your elbows and these shoulders curl forward because we're all rushing faster than we can. You can just give your shoulders a big press into the ground. Press, 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 breathe in. Breathe into the chest here, and I've got one of my daughter's beautiful crystals she sells on her jewelry website. I'll put a link to that, so I'm just going to rest that on my heart there as I'm doing this relaxation. So breath, ground, little wriggles of the back side to side again, just to make sure you're just arriving, tucking the chin in, and close your eyes and just listen to the sounds of your body. Make sure those big toes are gently pressed down so you're really aware of the tips of your toes, the tips of your fingers of your long spine. You can listen to my brief video on how to stretch safely, and in a way this is a non-doing stretch where you're allowing your muscles to widen and lengthen, because I'm aligning all the bones in my body. So this is one version which I really love. You can do this for a few breaths and then experiment. You can bring your feet together. Again, I'm just looking, my feet are aligned, a little roll of my hip sockets there side to side. I could rub the thigh muscles there if they were a little tight. I could rub the belly just to soothe the knees, the belly, clockwise direction. Bring your hands onto those hip sockets. A little thing you can play with here is breathe in, Bring the knees in 1/2 an inch and slowly, 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 really and imagine your hips are widening and lengthening. And really feel how pleasurable it is to have your feet touching each other. Again, you'd be closing your eyes and relaxing and feeling just gravity stretching. Your muscles opening the bones. You're trying to allow your body to fall into ground. And breathe deeply. You can spend a few breaths like this as you're experimenting which is the position today that suits you. Releasing and breathing. And then gently you just push your feet away. Let your heels go in, your toes go wide, which is the only time you'd let your heels go in, toes go wide. You don't want to do that when you're walking or standing. But you're just letting that connection be between heel, knee and hips, and you can keep your hands on your hip sockets. What I like to do is open my hands, relax my hands, and I like to think a little space under here. This is open, my wrist is open, and my hands are relaxed. So they're sort of just out from the hips, as if you were standing and your arms were hanging at your sides. With a little space under your arms, you can squeeze your hands into fist, stretch your fingers, and let them relax. And one other thing you can do here is just press your whole body into the ground and relax and just sink. Now if I was doing this and I felt any distress in my back, any discomfort in my back, I would gently just bring my knees back up to this position and rest my hands here. Another position is putting your right hand on your belly, left hand towards your chest. You can't keep your hands on your belly and chest because it's too stressful for your elbows. You can tuck your chin and just let your hands be towards the belly and the chest. We're always trying to keep your elbows away from your ears. Then you really connect to the breath. You could do this with your hands in any of the positions as a way of dropping more deeply in touch with yourself. And you're really allowing whatever sensations are there. Just to relax like this. In any of these positions, once a day, twice a day, when you wake in the morning, before you sleep, is a wonderful way of releasing your day and coming into the here and now. I highly recommend you listen to my Coming Home to Yourself short videos as a way of really bringing more awareness into your body and these times of stopping and breathing. This really is back heaven, it's body heaven, it's mentally and emotionally nourishing and healing. So savor and enjoy and really give yourself 5-10 minutes a day just to stop and rest your back and come home to yourself.